next one is Leonard Walmsley, who died of wounds 30th September 1918, and the Commonwealth War Graves Commission adds that he was 18 years old. It's a very different family, very different family to James's. They come from Boston, Lincolnshire, Peterborough. They're not Sheffield people, and they move around a lot. Here, this is the Birmingham area. Like at Winter Street here, Cambridge Road. The children are born in Sheffield, Norton, Derbyshire, which is in the Sheffield now anyway. We have two brothers, Leonard and George, and a sister Clara. Look at his jobs, his father's jobs: a draper's assistant, managing clerk at the watch factory, and a poor law relieving officer. So he obviously did a lot of different things as well. The poor relieving officer worked for the Sheffield Board of Guardians, the Workhouse Committee, which is a responsible job entailing handling money, a job that had status, so they probably didn't go with popularity. This is actually helping to say who got what. Both of this George Walmsley's sons, that's George Jr. and Leonard, went into the war. If I just go back here again, and I'll say B is where Leonard fought, A was where James fought, C is where Leonard's buried, D is where James is buried. Very close little area, all on the Somme still. Right, both these young men, Leonard and his brother, would have been conscripted. And by 1918, almost half of the infantry were 19 or younger. And by 1918, both the Walmsley sons were serving in France, which is a very worrying situation for their family. George was killed in action on the 29th of July 1918, aged just 20, at the Battle of Tardinay, part of the Second Battle of the Marne, and he actually was in the Royal Field Artillery. Leonard had joined the King's Liverpool Regiment 4th Extra Reserve Battalion, belonging to the 98th Brigade, 33rd Division, and probably joined them in time for the 100 Days of Offensive against the German Hindenburg Line, and that division actually was engaged at the Battle of Ethnig and the Battle of St Quentin Canal. The first battle in September 1918 was not a massive success, but it showed the Germans were weakening, and it encouraged the Allies to take further action with haste. And by this time, the British High Command had fully realised that any success against the formidable defences of the Hindenburg Line could only be achieved with the use of tanks, hence the picture of the tank. There's no papers with Leonard, so I don't know much about him, but he certainly was here. And the assault achieved all its objectives. This is the Battle of St Quentin Canal, and I've got some things from the battalion diary. 29th of September 1918, the battalion attacked Villers-Guilin at 3:30 in conjunction with the 2nd Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders. Strong fight put up by enemy. Casualties: 2 lieutenants, 19 ordinary rank killed, 255 ordinary rank wounded, 9 ordinary rank missing. The next day there was no fighting. The division went into reserve until the 5th of October. But Private Walmsley, Leonard Walmsley, is just one of 4 men recorded as dying on the 30th of September, probably one of those wounded. And he's laid to rest in Finn's New British Cemetery. Just a few words from that battle. They attacked at 3:30 in the morning, a 12-mile front through dense fog and smoke amid the din of machine guns, tank engines and the clamour of protective artillery barrages. And he was part of the division working with the Americans, where they were confounded by fog and wire. Their progress was slow and casualties heavy. So just to finish off, here's Leonard's grave. It's in the Finn's British Cemetery. poor Walmsley family have lost both of their sons, one at 20, one at 18. He actually, he's actually in grave number 6 along here, is about there. Beautiful countryside again. That's stone, that's what he says. And then that's another one from another graveyard. And this cemetery, in September and October 1918, about 73 British soldiers were buried by the 33rd Division, and here Leonard is buried amongst his comrades. Leonard's brother George is in Muffo British Cemetery. There's the gun, just a quick one. Both of them are remembered in Sheffield in 2 places. They're both remembered on the Crooksmore Methodist memorial board, which I haven't managed to find because Crooksmore Methodist is there no longer, but the board will be around somewhere. George is also remembered as Sheffield Forge Masters, Vicar's Roll of Honour, Great Gate 1, which suggests he worked there. George is remembered, he's given centre place in the window in this reform club. Not quite sure whether he was a member or not, can't find anything. His family was fairly well to do. They were living in a house with 8 rooms, which is quite something in Winter Street. Maybe he had the money to pay for his son to be remembered there. It was obviously added quite late on. But it points to the importance of memory. Okay.